Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Trey the DIY Ninja, and today we are going to be making matching family sweatshirts. We're sublimating matching sweatshirts, one for mama, one for baby, one for papa. These are my very good family friends, Frisco Parents. Make sure to check them out on YouTube. I'll put their link down below in the description, and make sure to comment and let them know that you want to see more videos from them because they don't post regularly, but they live such awesome, fun, exciting lives. I think it would be a great idea for them to post more on YouTube. So anyways, I'm making them these custom, this is their YouTube family logo for their family channel, making them some custom fleece lined winter cozy sweatshirts for Christmas, and that's what you'll be seeing today. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're sublimating three of the same graphic onto three different sizes. So the one for little Jojo here is going to be so tiny, and the image is going to be large. And then I have a medium for mama and a large for papa, though they both probably are a lot smaller than that, but I got larger sizes just in case it shrunk in the wash, because these are a 50-50 blend. So these are 50% cotton, 50% polyester, which means that the transfer will fade after its first wash. So it's going to be more of a vintagey look. But last time she saw me wearing one of my shirts, I was wearing a vintage wash shirt that I made, and she really liked the vintage look, so I figured they would like the vintage print of their faces. Alright, let me go over what we will be using today. So first, you're going to need your sublimation transfer. This is printed on my sublimation printer, which uses special sublimation ink. It's a dedicated printer that I bought just for sublimation, and I use the Epson ET2760. I'll put a link up here if you haven't seen my video on how I set up that printer. And I'm using a sublimation paper that I bought off Amazon. Everything that I use today will be included in the description box with links to Amazon for you to purchase it yourself if you are interested in doing that, just so it helps you find things a lot easier, because there's so many different types and brands. So I'm going to show you everything that I use in this video that I really like. So like I said, you need the sublimation transfer. Don't mind the background noise. If you're new to my channel, that is my son. He makes noise and joins me in each and every video because we live in an open concept house and everything's just out in the open, so that way I can watch them and film my videos at the same time. Okay, so you need your transfer. You're going to need a lint roller. Of course, he decides to play with drums when I'm filming, so yeah, sorry about that. You're going to need a lint roller. This is a very crucial step, and this is one that I emphasize in every sublimation video that I make. You don't want to skip this step. Like, don't be lazy about it. You need to lint roll your sweatshirts, okay? Or whatever garment you're doing, always lint roll, even if you don't think there's lint. Okay, hold on. Next, you're going to need heat transfer tape. These are pretty affordable on Amazon. I don't have a tape dispenser because the tape dispenser costs like double the price of the actual tape, so I just use scissors. It's a little bit more work, but it saves more money. I figure I would use that money that I bought a tape dispenser with to buy more tape. Though, since I'm sublimating so much these days, especially for Christmas gifts and things like that, I'm kind of thinking I should buy a tape dispenser, but who knows. Okay, you're going to need your garment, like I said. I have the garment right here. This is a size, I think either extra small or small in youth, because Jojo is a toddler. He's the same size as my son. They're basically twins. They almost look alike. They look kind of related, but they're not. But yeah, so funny. Anyways, so I got this blank online. If you want to know where I buy my blanks from, I can do a dedicated video on that next time. Just leave a comment down below and I will be sure to do that. I just want to make sure I don't film it for no reason. So yeah, you're also going to need some kind of heat press. I use the Cricut Easy Press 2 because it goes up to 400 degrees, which is what you would need to actually make sublimation work for you. For the most part, you can use a regular professional heat press that you can buy on Amazon. The only thing is that it's really heavy, and unless you have a dedicated space for it, it may not be your best option if you're just getting into sublimation. You may want to just go with the Cricut Easy Press that you can store it away and carry it around a little bit if you're like crafting in different spaces like I am. That's why I didn't get the big bulky press, although it does have its advantages. It just wasn't, it didn't work in my situation. So yeah, eventually I may, if I have enough space, but at this point I don't have enough space for anything. Okay. Oh, you're going to need a pressing mat and butcher paper. Here I have already covered my pressing mat with butcher paper. If you have a regular standalone heat press, you don't need the pressing mat necessarily, though you may need pressing pillows depending on what kind of garment and what location you're putting your image on. But if you're using a Cricut Easy Press 2, you're gonna want to use the pressing mat. It helps the heat stay even. Also helps you not press wrinkles, like permanently press wrinkles into your garment. So yeah, it helps retain the heat, and then it helps prevent wrinkles. So I have the butcher paper underneath. The next step I need to do is lint roll my garment. So I'm going to just do that really quickly. And I like to just do the whole garment, just in case I change my mind on positioning. But this is such a small little sweater. It's so cute. But yeah, like I said, I bought everything a little bigger in case it shrinks over time. And plus for Jojo, he's a little growing boy, so he will eventually fit it if it doesn't fit him now. Okay, so we got that all lint rolled. And this is a brand new sheet on my lint roller, and it's already like not very sticky. I can't see the lint, but I can feel that my roller is not sticky anymore. Very slightly tacky. I don't know if you can see the lint here. Am I even in frame? There we go. I don't know. But yeah, that should be good enough. One more thing. Let's see. There's one transfer, two transfer. Okay. One more thing I wanted to point out is that when I print something out, it doesn't actually take up the whole page, even though I try to make it fit as big as I can. There's always some gap and some space, but in order for me to find the true center, since it's leaning towards one side, I folded this side up so that I know this is the full image, and then I folded it in half like this, and then I pinched in the middle. I pinched where it was in the middle here so that I know the center, because you're gonna lay your transfer face down and you won't necessarily be able to see. I mean, you can kind of see an outline, but for me, my vision's not great. So in person, in real life, I can't see the outline when I lay it on the garment. But it's just easier to be able to feel this crease here and for me to line it up with the middle tag up here on the garment. So before I actually put the transfer on, let's get our heat press going. I probably should have did that earlier, but I want to show you my settings. Here's my Cricut Easy Press 2. I'm going to just press the power button. This is the temperature. So you press that and it blinks and it shows you what temperature it is already set at. And I'm going to set it to 400. Then this is the timer. And then this is the up and down arrows. Did it? There we go. So when it blinks, it's ready to be adjusted. And I'm going to hold it down till it says 60. There we go. So right now it's heating up. When it gets to 400 degrees, which is really hot, so you're going to want to be careful, it will beep to let me know it's ready. the heat press is heating up, I like to just get my garment as prepared as possible for the pre-press. So I line up my mat to the edge of my table to make sure it's like perfectly straight. And then I try to center it in the middle of my garment as best I can. This part isn't really necessary as long as when you put the transfer, it is straight in the middle. So this back tag is what I usually use as a reference for the middle. And then I just use this parallel line to line up my transfer to make sure it's straight. And then I line up the crease that I put in the transfer along with the tag. So hopefully that makes sense. And you'll see me do this in a little bit. But I just wanted to show you how I prep in the meantime. Because if you're doing this as a business or as a side gig or something, you want to be the most efficient with your time. So really, the first thing I should have done when setting up for this project was to get my heat press heated up. But I purposely didn't do that just so I can show you the settings on camera in the right steps. So yeah, all right. Let's take a look at our heat press. It usually takes 2 minutes to heat up, so it's already at 270. That's not bad. And we'll be right back when I'm ready to pre-press. Okay, we're ready to pre-press, so I'm going to do that really quick. And you basically just want to press the garment, get rid of any extra moisture, and also flatten down the fibers. Just make sure it's straight there. Okay, then we take our transfer, line it up where I made that crease, 3 fingers down is where my mat is. I'm going to line my crease up, make sure it's straight, line it up to here. I'm gonna make sure it is as centered as possible. It's about centered. That's about straight. Make sure it's about. If you can shift a little bit up there, make sure the center needs to be this way actually. 3 fingers down. Center. Make it parallel. So that's what my transfer looks like right now. I'm going to get my heat tape and just tape down the corner. And again, I'm making sure not to overlap any of the image on the underside. So I just take the very most corners on opposite sides here, on one on the bottom, one on the top. And what do you call this? Diagonally, just so that it doesn't shift when we move. Okay. Alright, I was just grabbing my butcher paper. This is another crucial step. Every step in sublimation is very important. You don't want to skip it. So I line this up here, covering my entire transfer, and then I will get my Cricut Easy Press, place it on, and make sure try not to slide, try not to shift. Basically, you want to be as precise as possible, and push down for 60 seconds. I'm going to use all my body weight on here to try to get an even press. think I'm probably blocking the camera. So yeah, when this is done, I'll be right back. Okay, 60 seconds is up. I'm gonna take off this butcher paper, and the side that was touching the transfer, I'm gonna fold on the inside, fold it in half, just so I know it's been used. And I also know that the outside portions are clean, so if I do have like a smaller section to do, I could technically reuse this, though I usually don't like to do that just to be safe. But in a pinch you can, or if you really are running out of butcher paper, you can totally do that. I just give this to my son to draw or make them into paper airplanes or figure out some kind of craft to do with them later. So let's put that off to the side, and let's get our transfer up. Now again, you usually want to peel as hot as possible. I'm just gonna do that. Ooh. Just want to double check that everything printed. I think it did good. It still looks like there's a lot of ink on the transfer, huh? But like I said, that's because I always print on high qualities, which deposits a lot of ink onto the transfer paper. But take a look at that. Let me show you up close. For the results, I think that's a pretty clean print. Let's just get a really close up here. Okay, let me get this tape off. Yeah, it looks like a pretty perfect print. I don't see any mistakes. Looks good. All right, there's baby Jojo's sweater. Looks pretty straight, right? All right, on to the next one. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, make sure you take out this pressing pad with the paper. Discard this paper, put on a new one for each and every garment. All right, I'm gonna prep for the next sweater. We'll be right back. All right, on to the next one. I have the butcher lined pressing mat already inserted inside the sweatshirt. This is a size medium. This is for mama. And I'm probably just going to time lapse the rest of me doing the other two shirts, and then I'll come back and I'll show you all three because it's literally the same steps as the first one.